Okay, let's talk about one of the most maddening problems in modern life. You look down, you see those beautiful full Wi Fi bars, you think you're golden, and then you try to load a website and crickets. Nothing. We're going to figure out why that happens and, more importantly, how to fix it. Starting with a super simple trick that honestly works almost every single time. Oh, yeah, we've all been there, right? That little icon is sitting there mocking you, saying, hey, you're online. But your apps, your browser, they're telling a totally different story. So what's actually happening here? Well, your device is talking to your router just fine, but for some reason, the router isn't connecting you to the big, wide world of the internet. I love this analogy. It's just perfect. You're on the on-ramp. You've merged onto the information superhighway, but you're in total gridlock. You've got the signal, you're on the network, but you are going absolutely nowhere. It's a digital traffic jam. The good news? We are about to become the traffic cops and get things moving again. All right, let's get right to the main event, the universal 1-minute fix. Seriously, there's a reason this is a classic. It almost always works. Before you even think about calling customer support or throwing your laptop out the window, you have to try this. It's the first thing any tech person will tell you to do. Okay, now listen up because the order here is everything. First, unplug both the modem and the router, and then you wait for a full 60 seconds. I know, it feels like an eternity, but this is critical. It lets all the internal components fully discharge and forget whatever little glitch was causing the problem. Then, and this is the important part, you plug the modem back in first, all by itself. You gotta wait for its lights to go from blinking like crazy to solid. That tells you it's shaken hands with your internet provider and has a solid connection. Only then do you plug the router back in. The router gets that fresh, clean internet signal from the modem and starts broadcasting it. This whole sequence forces a complete reboot from the ground up, and honestly, it fixes the problem like 9 times out of 10. So, what if the magic 1-minute fix didn't work? Don't panic. Our next step is to put on our detective hats. We need to figure out, is the problem with your entire network, or is it just the one device you're on right now? A couple of super quick tests will tell us exactly what's going on. All right, here's your 2-step diagnostic. It's super simple. First, just try a different website. You never know. Maybe the site you're trying to reach is just down. It happens. Second, and this is the big one, grab another device. Your phone, a tablet, someone else's laptop, whatever. Try to connect to the same Wi-Fi network. Can that device get online? The answer to that one question is going to tell us exactly where to focus our efforts. And there you have it. If your phone is scrolling through social media just fine, but your laptop is still giving you the cold shoulder, bingo, we found our culprit. The problem isn't the internet or the router, it's your device. And that's actually good news because these kinds of problems are usually way easier to fix. Okay, let's run through the greatest hits of device fixes. I know, some of these seem really basic, but you'd be shocked how often they work. Restarting the device, the classic turn it off and on again, clears out any weird temporary software glitches. Toggling your Wi-Fi off and then on again forces a fresh handshake with the router. Oh, and make sure airplane mode isn't on. It happens to the best of us. Finally, try forgetting the network in your Wi-Fi settings. This wipes the slate clean and makes your device reconnect from scratch. Just make sure you actually know your Wi-Fi password before you do that one. Seriously. Okay, but what about the other scenario? What if nothing can connect? Your phone, your laptop, your smart toaster, they're all offline. Well, now we know for sure it's not a device problem. The issue is bigger. It's somewhere in the network itself. We just need to figure out if it's your gear in the house or the internet service coming to the house. So how do you tell the difference? Here's a handy little cheat sheet. It's likely a router problem if, say, a computer that's physically plugged in with a cable works, but none of your wireless stuff does. Or maybe the connection gets way better when you stand right next to the router. Those are big clues. On the other hand, it's probably an ISP problem if everything dies at the exact same time, wired and wireless alike. That's a huge sign that the internet signal itself isn't even making it to your front door. You know all those little blinking lights on your modem and router? They're not just for decoration. They're actually trying to talk to you. You just have to learn their language. The most important one to look at is the light labeled Internet, or sometimes WAN, or it might just be a little picture of a globe. If that light is solid green or white, you're getting a good signal. But if it's red, orange, or just off, that's the modem telling you there's a problem with the signal coming into your home. It doesn't matter what your Wi-Fi is doing at that point because there's no internet to share. All right, for those of you who are feeling a little more adventurous and are on a Windows machine, let's pop the hood. If you're pretty sure the hardware is fine, the problem might just be a stubborn software issue on your computer. When you dive into your network settings, you're looking for something called an IP address. The best way to think about it is like a street address for your computer on the internet. Now, if you see an address that starts with 169.254, that's a big red flag. That's basically your computer screaming, "Hey, I asked the router for an address and it's ignoring me." It's a dead giveaway that the two aren't communicating correctly. So here's your advanced software toolkit. You can start with the built-in Windows Network Troubleshooter. Sometimes it actually works. If you use a VPN or a proxy, try turning it off. They can sometimes interfere with your normal connection. And if you're really at your wit's end, there's a big red button called Network Reset. Think of this as a factory reset just for your internet stuff. It wipes out all your network settings and starts from scratch. It's a last resort, but a powerful one. Okay, feeling brave? This is where we go full-on hacker mode. Well, not really, but it feels like it. You can open up something called the command prompt and run a couple of commands. The first one, ipconfig/flushdns, basically clears your computer's memory of all the website addresses it knows. It's like wiping a corrupted address book. The second one, netsh winsock reset, is even more powerful. It basically rebuilds the rulebook your computer uses to talk to the internet. These can fix some really, really weird and stubborn issues. All right. You've done it all. You've rebooted, you've isolated, you investigated, you've tried every trick in the book. If you're still staring at a no internet page, it's time to make the call. The problem is likely outside of your house and out of your hands. So here's your final checklist. This is what you need to confirm before you pick up the phone to call your internet provider. And trust me, if you can tell them, yes, I've already restarted everything, no, none of my devices can connect, and yes, the internet light on my modem is red, you will immediately skip past their first 10 minutes of scripted questions. You'll sound like you know what you're talking about, because you do, and they can get right to fixing the actual outage. So let's step back for a second. What we've really just walked through is the ultimate tech troubleshooting hierarchy: reboot, isolate, investigate. You always start with the easiest fix first, the reboot. If that doesn't work, you isolate the problem. Is it the device or the network? And then you investigate the cause. This simple three-step process, it doesn't just work for Wi-Fi. It works for almost any tech problem you'll ever face. And just like that, your home network isn't this big, scary mystery anymore. You get it now. You understand how the signal gets from the outside world to your modem, to your router, and finally to your screen. You've gone from being frustrated to being the fixer. So with this newfound power, what are you going to fix next?